Well, it's been a while since I did a cruiser vid, and it's been a while. What do you reckon, Bluey? Like this place? The serenity, just you and me, and the wildlife. Oh, good day there. James, Michael James. I've been away. I had a bit of an operation on my back and a broken foot, all on the mend. That's why I haven't posted anything for quite a long time. But don't worry, I had enough videos left over from little bits and pieces I did during the year, and I'm about to upload it now. So, on with the build. It's been a while. So Damon, what are we doing here today?
We are making 75mm long spacers for the springs.
Yes, because the Tough Dog springs, like that's a Tough Dog, have a spacer, like that, and no fruit. And they rust out severely, like under there. They're just bulged out and split and completely buggered. We've found in the metal art collection,
My steel rack, yes.
some very nice, what is it?
Stainless tubing, instrument sort of tubing that they use in industry. And I found on the last cut that it was, hold it that way, so turn and then
Adjust.
and adjust every sort of turn a little bit. Takes a bit of work though.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
What's wrong, Damon?
I got warehouse hands. Little blisters. Been in warehousing too long. So what I've had to go and do, get myself some vice grips to hold on to the tubing, because my warehousing hands can't handle it. So, get some vice grips.
A few hours later.
Why didn't I think of this earlier?
Okay, does it work?
Sweet. Why didn't I think of this earlier, Mick?
You gonna work or what?
Can O. Ta-da! And I wouldn't have gotten these fucking blisters, bro.
Oh no.
75mm.
That's what we're going to put in there. Nice, and the bolt fits in beautifully.
Yeah.
It's a nice fit, and it's pretty heavy wall too.
Yeah, it's quite good.
So that's what we're going to use. We're the only set of Tough Dog springs getting around with stainless spacers.
Spacers, yeah.
Yeah. Makes it go faster. Be worth more money. Hey Frank.
Hey Frank, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
Pretty good?
He likes it. No. Get off the pipe.
Tough dog.
Get off the pipe, Tough Dog. Today is paint front end component, so we can get these wheels on and drop the bloody front end of this cruiser on the ground so we can go to the next phase. The paint that I'm using on these spring packs is different. It is KBS chassis paint, semi-gloss. These, stud remover, cheap little thing you can buy, I think super cheap, sell them. I got this online. Pulled all the studs out. Take note, there are a couple of longer studs in these. I actually marked them previously with a Dremel. Just put a little mark there, L, and the other one's up here somewhere, L, there it is. I just got a tap, M8, always check the pitch on these. Yeah, get in the camera. See that? Oh. Yeah, it's the right thread pitch. Always double check that. I've had some of the king chrome ones. I've got another kit here and it's not actually correct. The thread pitch is out slightly. Going to run a tap down there, bottoming tap, just to clean the Loctite out. And then what we'll do is put these all back in now that that's all cleaned up. And then we'll clean that housing out, the vacuum cleaner, quickly. The diff center is over here drying. Here he is. He's all painted up pretty. Right, new bushes. Now see the center pin, the little center pin that locates in the top of the diff housing, or the underside of the diff housing. If you want to know which way these springs go, the distance between the pin and the center line of that bush and the center line of that one up in there, it's two different distances. So rule of thumb is the shorter distance goes to the fixed shackle, which is that one. That is the fixed shackle that goes in the back of the chassis. That is the moving shackle. It's not fixed as such. So yes, general rule of thumb, if you get confused, if you pull a set of springs out and you go, oh shit, which way do these go? Remember that one. So we've got the brand new axle shafts here.
You know where you are!
And just going to make sure get all the dust off them and shit. They were in a plastic bag. But we've got to seal. Our axle seal, we've got to be real careful with that. And also the tube they supply of grease, use it. That's why I pumped it all in there. Ever so carefully. That's it. And just like that, it goes in. But yeah, just be real careful with that axle seal, because that's 9 times out of 10 where the oil leaks come out of is these hubs, and it's because of incorrect assembly. We're getting ahead of ourselves here, so I better bring you up to speed with what's going on. Excuse me, Stella. Diff housing, center, all new axles, stub axles, just got the backing plate back on, painted up all the steering arm yesterday, ball joints not tight yet. They're stainless steel now, original bolt, just cold gal, buffed them, and then I got these stainless tubes to go in. Very nice. Okay, I've got to get back onto the hub now. So this has taken a lot of prep work, this hub. Again, previous people being in here when they've banged seals in, they must have used a sledgehammer and they've caved all the edges, were all burred in here. Again, a Dremel, nice little Dremel. I've got all little attachments there. Actually, there's still a little bit there. I just spotted then, actually, so I'll have to redress that. All the stud holes wire wheeled. Any surfaces down in there where they've used a punch to bang those bearings out. They've gouged into the housing. We've got new disc rotors to go on. Very important with your disc rotors, don't paint. Like, this will be painted, but we're not going to paint it until the rotor goes on. These surfaces here you want to keep paint free. Same on the rotor. Make sure there's no high spots anywhere, because once those studs go in, if you're a little bit skewy on the disc rotor, you're going to have all sorts of dramas when you start driving it, like maybe wheel balance problems. I've just got all this painted. Prick of a job. I've got to do the other one yet, but very time consuming to get it right. I've got hub already painted down here, seals in, dust seals in, axle seals in, bearings all packed, hubs all greased. Virtually just got to put a little bit of lube, not much, just a little bit, just on that lip of that dust seal. Make sure my fingers are greasy free. Because the paint's still a little bit going, I just want to get it up to there, and from there I should be able to control it from the wheel studs. There we go. Right, beautiful. New bearing, like I said, pre-packed. Heap of grease in that hub. Right, now I can set the preload up on that. One hub done. One very important step. See this little circlip here I'm spinning? See how it's pretty, very solid on there, but I can still spin it because it's in the groove. Be real careful with them, because the whole failure of this front end, with the reason we had to do new CV shafts and the stub axles, because it actually had flogged the brass bush out inside the stub, was because of this circlip. When I originally pulled this hub apart before I started this rebuild, that clip was sitting inside there. It was just sitting in there. It had fallen off because they haven't used the right circlip pliers, and they've stretched the hell out of the clip. Be very careful with that. Also, there's a thread in there, so you can actually get, won't be that bolt, it'll be the next size up, like 10 by 1.25 will fit in there. You can screw a bolt in there and pull the axle back so you can actually get that circlip on, because it'll want to go back in and you'll struggle. But that's how you do it. Just put a bolt in there, pull it out, and use the circlip pliers. These are the pliers I use. See how they got the little flat end on them? And that'll fit those clips. Fit those clips perfectly, and they won't slip off, as they've got a little knurled edge on there. So important to use the right tool for the job. This side's all done. It's easy to move, nice and free. That's free, that's lock. Back to free. New bolts, larger nuts on those studs. There was a problem with these, the smaller nuts were stripping out just because they've had too many uses. I couldn't find the original nut even from a bolt shop, but I got some of these and they'll tension up beautifully to the correct spec. But when I was tensioning them, the original ones were starting, you could feel that they were starting to stretch out. So nah, pull them off, put brand newies on it. Studs are still original, and there's no need to replace them. The threads are all good on them. And that's it, we got the wheel back on. It's a little bit worse for wear. It's got a few scratches and dings all over it because it has had a bit of off-road use. I'm not too worried about the wheel. I'm just going to leave it. I do have to get some new nuts though for those new studs, but we'll worry about that later. Well, that will conclude this series on the front end build. Finished. So we got the wheels back on, the diff's in, motor's running. All we need now is a clutch, a gearbox, a transfer box, a rear axle, a couple of drive shafts. This thing will be ready to hit the road.
Time to hit the road.
No. Catches.